Jacob, thanks for your question. To solve this system, since they've already solved for y in equation 1, we're going to go ahead and take the solution for y and put it into equation 2. So equation 2 is going to become x squared plus y is equal to x squared, so I'll put x squared in there instead of y. There's already a squared term there for y, so I will leave that there. And that is equal to 12. Simplifying, we get x squared plus x squared squared is x to the 4th, and that is equal to 12. I'm going to go ahead and put this in descending exponential order here. And also, we want to set it to equal to 0. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a substitution. We're going to let u equal x squared so that this turns into a quadratic equation. So if u is x squared, that means that x to the 4th is u squared, x squared is u, and then negative 12 just stays the same. We can go ahead and solve this by factoring. I like the star method myself, so that's what I'm going to use. I am looking for something that multiplies to 1 times negative 12, or negative 12, and adds to 1. It looks like we have 4 and 3 for factors of negative 12. The bottom is positive, so we want the bigger number to be the positive number and the smaller number to be the negative number. So this factors into u plus 4, u minus 3, and that is equal to 0. So the solutions of this are u equals negative 4 and u equals 3. Let's go ahead and put this back in terms of x, because that's what our original equation was in. So here we have x squared is equal to negative 4, and x squared is equal to 3. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when we square something, we always get a positive number. We never, ever, ever get a negative number. So this solution isn't even possible. So this is the only one we're looking at here. So let's go ahead and solve this. X is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3. Now that we have our solution for x, let's go ahead and look at our solution for y. Let's look at equation 1 where they say y is equal to x squared. Well, if you look here, I've solved already for the only possibility of x squared. So y is actually equal to x squared, which is equal to 3. So my two solutions I'm going to express as points with an x coordinate and a y coordinate. My x coordinate of my first point is going to be negative square root of 3. My y coordinate will be 3. My second x coordinate will be square root of 3, and my y coordinate will be 3. So these are your final answers for this problem. And if you go ahead and graph this on your graphing calculator, you're going to see that that's also what's reflected in the graph. This is a circle intersecting a parabola, and it looks like the y coordinate is 3, and the x coordinate is somewhere in between negative 1 and negative 2 and 1 and 2. So our answers are indeed correct. Thanks again for your question, Jacob, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using SnapMath in the future.